Hi, this is Dr. TF. Next, we'll go ahead with how you can use the switch statements in Swift programming. So we all know that switch will have number of cases within it, nested within it. So whatever condition has been met with the case number, that is going to print uh, it as an output. Simple as that. Okay. So without further ado, let's go into it. Okay. So first, let's this switch statement program. What we are trying to do is we are trying to get a number in a variable. Okay. So we'll just have a variable name as day here. So let day equals. We'll put some number between 1 to 7. Okay. There's a reason behind the logic here is we are going to switch to the day of a week. Okay. So we all know that a day of a week will have 7 days, starting from Sunday to the next to the next Saturday. So we have 7 days. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to get a number for a week, and we are going to switch to that particular case. Simple as that. So let's take a number 4 here. Okay. So day 4. So what we are doing is we are just initializing a variable, declaring a variable, and initializing it to 4. Simple as that. Okay. Now we are going to execute the switch statement. So as we do it for other languages, we'll have just a variable called a switch. Okay. Sorry, a keyword called a switch, which denotes that we are going to execute a switch statement here. Okay. We are going to switch to the day value here. Okay. So what day value we have here is 4 now. Okay. So for the 4 day value, we are going to switch now. Okay. So let's start writing the cases here. So case 1, first of all, case 1, let's print. Okay, we need not to go to the next line, but I thought like it will be more of easy readability, so that's the reason I'm just putting it. Okay. So case 1, we'll put it Sunday, and let's try to copy this thing so it's easy for us to we'll not write it again and again. 3, 4, 5, 6, and finally 7. Okay. And then we'll make a closure here. Okay. So let's try to put the case number here, number 2, and this will be number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7. So what we have done here is we have tried to write 7 cases under the switch, and we are going to switch to the day that we are trying to give as an input here. Okay. So after Sunday, it's going to be Monday, then it's gonna be Tuesday, then it's Wednesday, then it's gonna be Thursday, then it's gonna be Friday, and Saturday. Okay. So that's done. So what we have done is we have tried to successfully switched it to 7 days a week. Okay. Now let's save this one. Before we run it, let's save this one, and we'll just put it with an extension of Swift. Okay. We'll just put switch dot Swift. Okay. Switch to identify and dot Swift to identify the nature of the particular language that we are writing. Okay. So let's get it in compiler. We have got this in address bar. We'll compile it. It's getting some error. Okay, it's just asking if you want to add a default clause to it. Okay, let's add a default statement. Suppose we are giving some kind of value which is not there, so let's just put a default clause, and under it let's just put it is an invalid day. Okay, now it's successfully compiled. So the problem is it's always important with the switch case statements that you try to include a default statement. Okay, because not always we could get a number from 1 to 7. There could be an input with for the day, like it can be some kind of value like 40, or some values which is not there between 1 to 7. So it's important that you include default. That is there in almost all compiled general purpose languages that you are encountering. There will be a default statement within switch that will switch a case which is not available inside the switch statement. For example, we have cases from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If those numbers are not available, then it will be switched to default statement. Simple as that. Okay, so now we have got into this one and we have compiled it. Now we'll try to run it. Once we run it, we have put the date as 4. And since case 4 has Wednesday within it, so it's going to give the value of Wednesday. Okay, so with switch statements, it's essential, we all are aware that we use something called as break in number of languages that breaks a case from one case to the other case. That is there in majority of compiled and general purpose languages. But here in Apple iOS Swift, we do have one more keyword called as fall through. Okay, that is quite opposite to the break statement that is employed in most programming languages. What that one does is it's going to fall through the next case as well. It's not going to break when it encounters a case number. Okay, just say for example, since we have put the day as 4, it is going to print Wednesday. Okay, we are aware of it. So in this particular case itself, let's put a keyword called as fall through. Okay, once we put a keyword fall through, what happens is after executing this case 4, it is going to go through case 5 as well. Okay, or in other words, in general form, if I should say, after it encounters the particular case number and executes the series of statements, it is going to execute the next series as well, next case series as well. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. So here I'll expand it so that you can see it clearly. Since we have the switch key day is 4. Okay, since the case number is 4, we all are aware it's going to execute this 4th part only. Okay, once it executes, it prints this one and it goes through this fall through keyword. It is going to execute case 5 as well and is going to print Thursday as well. Okay, so that's what going to happen now. Anyway, we'll compile and see it. We've compiled it. Now when we run it, yeah, it's going to print Thursday as well. Why? Because we have used a fall through statement. Okay, so such a way, when you want to execute the series of statement after it has encountered the particular case value, you use this fall through keyword. Okay, so that's not going to happen when you use a fall through statement. Okay, so here in this video tutorial, we have discussed something on switch case statement and the keyword fall through that can be used with any kind of control flow statement to allow it to fall through the next control block as well, even though that's not the particular case. Okay, so keep watching. We'll go ahead with some kind of videos on looping next on. Let me know what you feel. Comment if you wish. See you. Tata. Bye bye.